Have you ever looked up to the sky and seen a wind turbine, or up onto your roof and seen your solar panels and wondered about the history of those devices and how much they benefit you in your daily life? If you have, then you're my target audience for this speech, as I will be going over the history of renewable energy and the possible futures it could hold. Renewable energy is extremely relevant in today's age due to the fact that it is becoming much more prevalent through, whether that be again through wind turbines or through solar panels being the two main sources. And many people are fighting for the continuation of renewable energy, specifically in this country. And yet, renewable energy has always been prevalent. All the way back to the ancient Greeks or the ancient Romans, as according to the history and future of renewable energy, posted January 23rd of 2023, the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans both used water pumps for their irrigation systems, as well as the Chinese were using water wheels for a similar purpose. Another example, and a much more well-known example of renewable energy in the past, was with sails for boats. Any large voyage across an ocean, the only way to do it was with a ship, and the only way to power a ship like that was through sails and through the wind. The wind would catch the sails and push the boat along, and that's how our ancestors would get from place to place. Now, boat sails are still prevalent today, as well as there being new sources of renewable energy. Wind turbines are the most prevalent one, making up nearly half of the power output of all renewable energy on the planet. Wind turbines work kind of the opposite of propellers. Instead of being spun by a motor to push air down and lift something up, it works completely opposite, because it spins from the wind, from the air, and then produces power out of that. Now, according to the history of wind turbines, posted November 21st of 2014, wind turbines were invented in 1888 by a man named James Blythe, and have since become much more prevalent and much more relevant to today's age. And on a similar note, according to Solar Energy Basics, posted August 31st of 2020, Charles Fritts, who invented the solar panel in 1883, both of these people invented a extremely relevant piece of technology that only became relevant in many years later. So solar panels are more relevant because they are a more personal use of renewable energy and a more personal source of it, being mainly used on just civilian households. However, that is not always the case, and when they are used for big corporations, wind turbine farms and solar panel farms both take up massive amounts of space. And this is why there is controversy over the topic of renewable energy. These sources are used for many big corporations, and other than the fact that they're they take up a lot of space. They are also either time dependent or weather dependent, depending on which source you're talking about. Solar panels are time dependent, only working during the daytime, and wind turbines are weather dependent because you need wind to power them. However, even with the controversy, renewable energy is predicted to become even more popular in the future, with it now making 27% of the world's total power, but expected to make 38% by 2027. So, all in all, renewable energy is a very relevant source of energy for today's age, and due to machines like wind turbines and solar panels, it is expected to grow, both due to the fact that it reduces greenhouse gas emissions and helps with global warming. And I hope that you all will do your own research on your own time, due to the fact that I couldn't do a very detailed presentation here due to our time limitations. However, I still thank you for staying here through my speech and listening to it. So have a nice day.